The story of Gabrielle Gabby Petito is one that captured the attention of not only the United States, but the entire world. It is a story about a young woman whose bright future was cut short in a heartbreaking and devastating way. And it is also a story that highlights issues of domestic violence, law enforcement, social media, and the way the world reacts to tragedy in the age of the internet. Gabby Petito's case is remembered not just for its tragic ending, but for the way it unfolded so publicly, piece by piece, in front of millions of people who felt as though they were watching a mystery play out in real time. Gabby was born on March 19, 1999, in Blue Point, New York. She grew up in a close-knit family, and those who knew her described her as a kind, creative, and adventurous young woman who dreamed of seeing the world. In her early 20s, Gabby had already developed a passion for art, travel, and documenting her life on social media. She met Brian Laundrie in high school, and over time their relationship grew into a romantic one. Friends and family had mixed impressions of Brian. On the surface, he seemed quiet and reserved, but there were also concerns about the controlling dynamics in their relationship. By 2021, Gabby and Brian had made a big decision. They purchased and outfitted a white Ford Transit van with the dream of living a van life, traveling across the country, documenting their adventures on social media, and creating content about their lifestyle. For many young couples, this seemed like the ultimate dream: freedom, nature, and the chance to share their journey with the world. In July of 2021, Gabby and Brian set off on their cross-country road trip, driving west from New York and planning to visit multiple national parks. At first, their social media posts painted the picture of a carefree adventure. Smiling photographs in front of breathtaking landscapes, short clips of their van life, and Gabby's own posts showcasing the beauty of the journey. But behind the smiles and curated images, cracks in their relationship began to surface. Witnesses along their trip noticed tense arguments, strange behavior, and signs that the relationship was far from the idealized version they portrayed online. The most pivotal moment came on August 12, 2021, when the couple was stopped by police in Moab, Utah. A concerned caller had reported seeing Brian and Gabby involved in a physical altercation near Arches National Park. Police body cam footage captured the interaction.
Fighting this morning, some personal issues.
It was a long day. We were camping yesterday, and camping got stuff, flies and stuff. I'm sorry I hit the bump there.
I was distracting him from driving. I'm sorry.
Can I get you to step out of the vehicle for me, man?
Yeah.
Just hang tight right there. Do you mind if I take your keys and just put them on your hood?
You got it, buddy. I'm so
Thank
sorry.
you. Oh, no, you're fine. You want to tell me what's going on?
Yeah, I don't know. It's just some days I have really bad OCD, and
Okay.
I was just cleaning and straightening up the back of the van before, and I was apologizing to him and saying, I'm sorry that I'm so mean, because sometimes I have OCD and sometimes I just get really frustrated. Not like mean towards him, I just like, I guess my vibe is like, I am like in a bad mood.
You want to do me a favor? Let's go ahead and get you to step out of the vehicle, alrighty? Come on over here. You're not in any trouble right now. So, tell me what's going on.
She just gets worked up sometimes, and I try and really distance myself from her. So like I lock the car and I walk away from her. What happened this morning is that she's trying to start up like her own little website blog and everything. So I give her time. And we really had a nice morning, if anything. But she just worked up because we were trying to get going and get our day going because we want to go like Arches before the stuff every time.
Okay. You want to tell me about those scratches on your face?
She had a cell phone in her hand. That's why I was pushing her away, because she wanted I locked the keys so I could walk away. I said, let's just take a breather and let's not go anywhere. Let's just calm down for a minute because she was getting really worked up. And then she had her phone and was trying to get the keys for me, so I got away. I was just trying to, I know I shouldn't push, but I was just trying to push her away to go, let's just take a minute, step back and breathe. And she got me with her phone.
Can I see your hand? Oh, you got a mark right here.
Oh, that's from a wire.
That's from a wire?
Yeah.
You want to tell me about hitting that curb?
Hitting the curb was her grabbing the wheel.
She grabbed the wheel?
Yeah. She said, I can't believe we're getting pulled over, and then she gripped the wheel.
This is a very, very important question. How you answer this question is going to determine what happens next. But the only person who can answer this question is you. Think very hard before you answer the question. Do not quickly answer. Think very hard. When you slapped him those times, were you attempting to cause him physical pain or physical impairment? Was that what you were attempting to do to him?
No.
What were you attempting to do? What was the reason behind the slapping and stuff? What was it you were attempting to accomplish by slapping?
I was trying to get him to stop telling me to calm down.
Well, it doesn't sound to me like she attempted to injure him.
I am separating the two of you tonight. Okay? I want you guys both to be tonight away from each other, relax, breathe, crying, because there's no reason to be crying now, okay? I understand that this can feel like it's a nightmare, but you're coming out as the golden flower on top of it, okay?
Gabby was visibly upset, crying, and explaining that she had been under a lot of stress. Brian, calm and collected, described her as being emotional and claimed he was trying to distance himself from her during their argument. The officers separated them for the night, placing Brian in a hotel room while Gabby remained with the van. After assessing the situation, they decided not to file charges, treating the incident as a mental health crisis rather than domestic violence. This decision would later come under heavy scrutiny. Many argued that warning signs were missed that day, and that Gabby's life might have been saved had authorities recognized the seriousness of the situation. As the weeks went on, Gabby continued to post updates on social media, but by late August, those posts grew less frequent and felt different in tone. Her final Instagram post was on August 25, 2021, from Grand Teton National Park in Wyoming. Around this time, Gabby's family began to worry. Her mother, Nicole Schmidt, last heard from her in a text message on August 30th, but she believed the message did not sound like it came from Gabby. It was short, uncharacteristic, and raised suspicions that something was wrong. By September 1, 2021, Brian Laundrie returned to his parents' home in Northport, Florida, but he was alone. He was driving the very van that he and Gabby had shared. Shockingly, he did not contact Gabby's family, nor did he report her missing. For nearly 2 weeks, he stayed silent, offering no explanation as to why he had returned without her. On September 11, 2021, Gabby's family officially reported her missing. The story quickly spread across local and then national news. What made this case stand out even more was the role of social media. TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube became flooded with amateur sleuths analyzing Gabby's posts, tracking her last known locations, and even uncovering footage from travelers who had unknowingly filmed the white van parked along a dirt road in Wyoming. As the search intensified, the public's attention zeroed in on Brian Laundrie. He refused to cooperate with investigators. His parents, Chris and Roberta Laundrie, also remained silent, directing all communication through their lawyer. This silence only fueled speculation and outrage. On September 19, 2021, the search came to a tragic end. Authorities discovered human remains in the Bridger-Teton National Forest in Wyoming. Shortly after, the FBI confirmed that the remains belonged to Gabby Petito. Her death was ruled a homicide by manual strangulation. She had been just 22 years old. While Gabby's family and the public grieved the devastating news, the focus shifted entirely to Brian Laundrie. He had already left his parents' home on September 13th, telling them he was going for a hike in the Carlton Reserve, a large and swampy area in Florida. Days turned into weeks as law enforcement scoured the vast reserve with helicopters, drones, dogs, and boats. The search for Brian became one of the most publicized manhunts in recent memory. Finally, on October 20, 2021, human remains were found in the Carlton Reserve. They were confirmed to be those of Brian Laundrie. Alongside his remains, authorities discovered a notebook in which Brian admitted responsibility for Gabby's death. In his written confession, he claimed it was a mercy killing after Gabby had been injured, though this explanation was widely questioned and rejected by many as an attempt to justify the unjustifiable. The Gabby Petito case left behind more than just grief. It sparked conversations about domestic violence, the responsibilities of law enforcement, and the role of social media in modern investigations. It also highlighted a phenomenon known as missing white woman syndrome, where cases of missing white women receive disproportionate media coverage compared to missing persons of color. For Gabby's family, the pain of losing their daughter was immeasurable, but they vowed to honor her memory by creating the Gabby Petito Foundation, an organization dedicated to supporting victims of domestic violence and their families. Through their advocacy, Gabby's name continues to bring awareness to an issue that affects countless lives every year. The story of Gabby Petito is more than just a true crime case. It is a reminder of the fragility of life, the importance of recognizing signs of abuse, and the power of collective attention in seeking justice. Her story will never be forgotten, because it has become part of a larger conversation about safety, love, and the darkness that can sometimes hide behind the appearance of happiness. Thank you so much for watching this in-depth look into the tragic case of Gabby Petito. Her story is a powerful reminder of the importance of awareness, compassion, and justice in the face of tragedy. If you found this video informative, please don't forget to subscribe to True Crime Spectrum for more detailed true crime stories from around the world. Your support helps us continue to bring you these important cases and shed light on the stories that must never be forgotten.